Gangnam Style on Kababayan LA. You are watching Kababayan LA, of course, where every Wednesday we take you on the red carpet.
On the red carpet, get the latest Hollywood news, brought to you by Pacific Rim Photos and Videos. Your eye on the red carpet.
Trick or treat, Peter Gonzaga from Pacific Rim and Front Row Features. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Oh, welcome,
Happy
lady.
Halloween, yes. Who are you supposed to be?
Well, I kind of figured I would do kind of like a Roxbury look, but I could pass for a Hollywood Gangnam man.
Yeah. Yes, you do. The Hollywood, Hollywood edition, or
right,
the Hollywood edition, the Hollywood look of Gangnam.
Definitely.
Okay, so you've been busy covering a lot of things.
Yes.
There is news about our Kababayan Ernie Reyes.
Yeah, Ernie Reyes Jr. Everybody should know him from Sidekicks, Surf Ninjas, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was one of the very first teen Filipinos that actually made it in Hollywood back in the late 80s, even had his own TV show.
Right.
So like now he's kind of like getting more, he wants to mix martial arts with the horror genre film.
So he wants to get into the horror genre or horror. Is there an industry? Because I know you bumped into him at a launch for a horror magazine.
It's called Blood Magazine, and that's what they do. They just deal with anything horror, any horror films, there's even horror actors and actresses that's all they do.
That just specialize in horror?
Yeah,
really? Is there a market for that?
Yeah, even
I don't
the screams too.
Oh, wow. Okay, I know that like during Halloween season around this time, you know, a lot of theme parks with fire and things like that. But not, well, yeah, I guess a lot of top grossers have been horror flicks, right?
Right.
Yes,
definitely.
And when you got to talk to Ernie, he mentioned this to you, that he wants to get into.
Right, he wants to take his part of all the martial arts choreography and all that he did with his previous genre and mix it with the horror genre, and that's where he's gonna have a direct.
You know what? That's actually interesting. That's very creative of him. Here's what he had to say.
Never actually killed anyone on film yet, and I'm looking forward to that.
You haven't got to do that yet.
I have not. So that'll be a first. And, you know, honestly, I think that the marriage of, you know, the martial arts with the horror genre hasn't really been done too extensively. So I'm really looking forward to kind of being able to design some action sequences that can be a lot of fun and be a little bit more gory than some of the stuff that I've done in the past.
So tell us about the project again that you're working on, a little bit about when it's going to come out, what it's about.
Yeah, it's called Master Slasher. It's a film that I co-wrote with Samuel Barrera, and I'll be directing, so this is really my kind of directorial debut, and it's about filmmakers of a horror remake are stalked and killed by an outraged fanboy. So it's kind of lots of fun, you know, good laughs while killing people.
Interesting. How can you laugh while killing people?
You see some people, clowns.
Right. Well, okay. Peter, from one Kababayan martial artist to a Kababayan choreographer.
Right.
And his wife.
Yeah.
Actually, we've featured them before on the show Nappy Tabs.
Nappy Tabs,
and it's
definitely.
Nappy Tabs because it's Napoleon
and Tabitha.
And they are having a reality show, yes?
Yeah. They decided to do an online reality show to see their crazy life, because now that they added one more, they have a son, London. And so it's really crazy for them. You know, they work on So You Think You Can Dance, and then X Factor, American Idol, and all this, and the mob show. So now they wanted people to know how they live and how they work through their new reality show that's online.
And they travel a lot too, because in fact you caught up with them in San Diego.
Right. It was San Diego. It was called Cultural Shock 20th anniversary, and they started with Cultural Shock in the Las Vegas edition.
All right, and here's their interview.
Our new show. We have a new show called Nappy Tabs +1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a reality show?
It's a kind of a reality show. It's about really us juggling all that we do and having the new little baby that we have, London. So it's a little bit behind the scenes, you know, in a different light for us.
So you kind of see us unfiltered, unglued, like, you know,
uncensored,
getting, you know, London in the car, screaming it on the phone and doing whatever we need to do because of our lifestyle being so crazy. So, and you can see it on 3B, only on YouTube.
And this is one movie that I'm going to be watching this weekend, Wreck-It Ralph. You were at the premiere.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love to wreck it. I mean, I love old school video games, and if you like old school like Pac-Man and all that, you'll see some of those characters in there.
And you got to do a lot of interviews. Who are we watching right about now?
We are gonna watch the interview with John C. Reilly, who voices Ralph in the Wreck-It Ralph. He's always the bad guy for years and years, 30 years. He says, it's time for me to become the hero. So he jumps from his video game into another video game to get that gold medal as a hero, thinking it's going to make everything good for him.
That sounds like fun. Here's the interview.
Some of the most surprising stuff that Sarah did was the dramatic stuff. We have some pretty intense, like, emotional scenes together in this movie, and in fact, the last time I saw the movie, there's this one thing that happens at the end where she gives me a hug, and I completely burst into tears. Like, I know what's going to happen. I made the movie, I did the animation, but something about their friendship in the movie, my characters and Sarah's characters, is really touching, and I think people are going to like it.
Thank you for sharing your interviews with us.
Definitely.
I know you cover this for Pacific Rim
and Front Row Features.
And if we want longer versions, where do we go?
YouTube.com/Pacific Rim Video Press.
Okay.
There you go.
And Front Row Features, not for now?
YouTube.com/Front Row Features, or they can go to our website, frontrowfeatures.com, which has interviews, print interviews they can read.
And follow them on Twitter. What are you working on for next week?
Next week, there's a lot of AFI events. Oh my goodness. Films. A lot of films. I believe Hitchcock, and just a lot of there's AFI is happening, so there's a lot of gala screenings that are happening. All
right, interesting. Be safe out there. Be safe tonight. Trick or treating. Are you going trick or treating?
I'm going to be trick or treating at a club with Quest Crew.
I am going trick or treating. Make sure you have candies ready for me. But for now, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Happy Halloween. Be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
This program is brought to you by Southern California Toyota Dealers.